The drill ability is one of the only abilities that is carried throughout all 5 of the Mario and Luigi games. But obviously they're not all called the drill. Mainly I'm just talking about the ability that lets you go underground to collect beans. Every single ability does have that feature, so that's the ability I'm talking about from each game. And let me tell you, this list was really hard, so if you disagree with any of my placements, I'd expect it. This list is so stupid. I don't know why I'm doing it, but at the end of the day, I just thought it'd be funny. It's definitely a shorter video, which I do kind of need a bit of. So I hope you guys are excited for it. But before we actually get started on this video, make sure to leave a like on this video. Let's try to hit, I don't know, 100 likes. Also, make sure to subscribe. I really appreciate that. I'm trying to hit 3,000 by the end of the year, but other than that, let's get started on this video. The Baby Drill from Partners in Time. So this ability, I didn't just randomly select to be the worst, I do have a reason for it. But it's not bad, obviously. It's a very simple ability. All you're doing with it is just going underground, popping up, getting beans, simple stuff. It's a drill ability at the end of the day. But since you have both babies underground, you can actually use this to avoid enemies, which is... it's useful for other people, not for me because I like fighting the enemies with the babies, but for people that don't want to fight enemies, it's very easy to use the drill ability with it, which is good. But there is one problem with it and why it is at number 5. This is the only drill ability you cannot use on the fly, because most of the time in the game you're going to be having Mario and Baby Mario piggybacked, and the same for Luigi and Baby Luigi. And you have to throw the babies to actually use the ability. Not only does this ditch Mario and Luigi just background because you're using the babies instead, but also it just doesn't really seem that practically used in that sense, especially if you're using it to dodge enemies with the babies. It just doesn't make sense. This is probably one of the least used drill abilities in the entire Mario and Luigi series, and it definitely shows. Again, not a bad ability, but it definitely deserves to be number 5 compared to the other ones. The drill from Superstar Side. I don't even know if this is a drill or not. I really don't think it is, but I'm counting it because obviously it collects beans. So this ability, it works. Number 4 and number 3 are extremely close though. And the only reason why it's not number 3 is because this ability doesn't let you go in the ground, which it's just not that great for me. And that's probably why I had such a hard time deciphering between the two. But the main thing about it is that since you can't actually put Mario in the ground as well, it's just not as useful in the overworld or just whenever you want to use it. So because of this, it does deserve to be number 4, I guess. I mean, I guess the main thing about it as well is that you don't really use this ability outside of the times that you absolutely need to and you're forced to. So that's probably another reason why it is this low on the list, but that's not really a great thing to use because, to be honest, stuff that's higher on the list, I only use it when I need to. Again, not that great of an argument, but I guess it does somewhat separate number 4 and number 3. You guys see why this list is so hard. But Superstar Saga's quote-unquote drill is number 4, and now you know why. The Drill Bros from Bowser's Inside Story. In my opinion, I think this is the quintessential drill ability in a Mario and Luigi game. It's the most basic, and it works. It works, you can use it to dodge enemies, even though I don't think it's that useful here, but I do think it is a bit easier than it is in Partners in Time, because most of the time you're going to be using Mario and Luigi in a 2D fashion, so I guess in that regard it works, but there's nothing to this one. There really isn't. A very short segment. This drill ability works. The top 2 do things that make a drill ability better than normal. But at the end of the day, this is the baseline. And everything below this makes the drill ability worse, and everything above this makes it better. So it definitely deserves to be at the middle of the list because of that. Mole Mario from Dream Team. So this ability does have a couple of downgrades. I'm going to get those out of the way first, but it does have an upgrade that puts it at number 2. First off, this ability is really slow. This is the slowest drill out of the 5, and it's kind of painful in a way because Luigi looks like he's going slower, so it's actually noticeable compared to the other 4 games. And also, you can't actually go both underground, which means you can't dodge enemies with this. So that's not great, even though that doesn't obviously affect me as much, but the upgrade to this is very useful. You can use both Mini Mario and Mole Mario with the same ability. Technically, just hitting Mario with a hammer does the exact same thing with Mole Mario and Mini Mario, which I really like. I mean, in Bowser's Inside Story, you learn the Drill Bros and Mini Mario way farther apart from each other, which I really don't like. In this game, you learn both them very early, which means you can use them a lot, and it's just way more convenient, which is why it's number 2. Yes, it's kind of a lackluster reason, but it definitely is a reason to put it this high. I really like the convenience, and this is why it's number 2. The Trio Drill from Paper Jam. This is going to be the definitive drill. It's just so dang good. It has so many features, not even comparable to the 4 drills that we talked about. The 4 drills that we talked about were very close together on the list, but no, this one is just easily number 1 by a long shot. And obviously you can climb up walls. I mean, that has some really good platforming. You can jump from wall to wall. It's very cool. But you know what? For this analysis, I won't even count that. So just without wall climbing, is this still number 1? Yes, because of 3 specific things. 1, obviously all 3 of the bros can go underground, which means that you can use it to dodge enemies, which is nice. Personally, again, I don't use it, but it is kind of nice in a way. Secondly, this is something I do use. You can dash in the floor, which is so nice. It makes this the fastest drill ability by far, but most importantly, this is just so nice. You can collect beans without coming up from the floor. You can just run into them in the floor and you'll get them. And that is so nice. Oh my god, it's just so convenient just to go through and get it instead of popping up each time when I see just a lot of bean patches in any other game. It's so convenient to have that, and that's why I love this ability so much. Without the wall climbing ability, it's the most convenient by far and the fastest, but with it, it's just revolutionary. It makes it one of the most fun abilities in the entire Mario and Luigi series, and that is why the Trio Drill is number 1. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you lasted this long, I really appreciate the sub. Also, make sure to check out the Flatmates podcast. I'll have it linked in the description below. And also, make sure to like this video. Again, let's try to hit 100 likes. Other than that, though, G-bye.